Mike Hunter here, the On the Mic podcast, and I didn't say any of this off air because I wanted to be authentic and real. I have the utmost respect for this man. Kind of fanboyed when I saw him at the last Bellator show in Chicago, and I normally don't do that, but he's a pioneer of MMA. And you heard from Jessica Rose Clark on this podcast. Now you're hearing from the one and only Gilbert Melendez. And we're going to talk about Fight Night Series at San Jose. You can go to fightnightsanjose.com for all information, ticket information, all that. But first and foremost, a man who has given so much to the sport of MMA continues to do that as a coach, as a promoter. Gilbert Melendez, thank you for the time.
Mike, thank you so much for the introduction, man. That means a lot. And I want to touch on something you said, man. You know, giving to the community, you saying that, man, that means a lot to me because that's what I take a lot of pride on.
No, that's something that, I was just talking to Jessica Rose Clark minutes before talking to you, and she talked about the happiness she's had since leaving the UFC. And no matter what promotion you're in, and this isn't to talk about specific promotions, but I think there's something to be said about finding your happiness within your kind of, comfort level, right? Meaning, yeah, maybe I want to be a fighter, but like Jessica Rose Clark, she's the happiest she's ever been in Muay Thai and not MMA. And obviously, Fight Night Series gives her that opportunity. But for yourself, someone who's given their all, their body, their life, their blood, sweat, and tears, not to be cliche, but you've given all that to the sport. To hear you say it's just as meaningful, if not more, to give back to the community. Why is that more of a lasting impact that you want to leave?
Well, I say over here, it's important that we spread our gospel, the Skrap Pack gospel. I got into this for self-defense, for sport, but, my gyms have evolved into this wellness center, this community. And, the martial arts community, I think it just gives you so much in your life. It's almost a life skill, I say. Martial arts is a life skill. You should learn how to clean. You should learn how to cook. You should learn how to read. You should learn how to do martial arts. I think it's very empowering. I think it makes you durable in life. So I think it's important to spread the gospel of it. And it's important to kind of normalize, two people competing and fighting and shaking hands. It's our human instinct out there. And again, it's just brought me so much in my life. And this is the way I know how to spread that, right? Like I can't do it through art. I could do it through martial arts. I can't do it through dance, but I know I can spread this joy through this martial arts. And there's a lot of people like me that it brings joy to. So it's so fun. And it's great to see Jessica Rose Clark and team up with someone like her. And we allow her to steer her own ship. We collaborate together. And that's what's special about this. I'm a fighter. Scott's always cared about the fighters that way. And it's fun to collaborate with fighters.
It is. And trust me, on this side, it's also very fun to collaborate with fighters and promotions. You mentioned the legendary Skrap Pack, and I'm not going to make this about that, but because I'm here to talk about the event. But I do want to ask, the posters are all behind you. There's such a conception and a perception, I should say, in 2024 that some of your teammates, and obviously you see the names on the posters behind you, right? That because they're this, that, they got to be the most popular fighter in the world. I think what the Skrap Pack proved over time throughout everyone's respective career was that if fame came with what we're doing, then that's just the nature of the business. We're here to fight. We're here to grow as men. We're here to grow as people. And we're just going to continue to thrive in martial arts. All the fame, all the everything. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about the trash talk. It was about I am my authentic self. And I just want to succeed in what I'm doing.
Man, you gave me goosebumps, brother. Our message has been sent. If that's how you absorb it, then mission accomplished, Mike. Mission accomplished for what we've been striving to do out there and what we're trying to pass on to the next generation. Because, Mike, believe it or not, some of that stuff is lost. That stuff's going away. Like we stand by each other through thick and thin. And I think people, they yearn for that, they want that, because they can't find it. They're like, man, I wish I had a group of friends like that, and what I have, I feel so blessed and special, but it's also great to connect with people and to attract people that want to roll that way, that know about loyalty, that know about working hard, that know about, embracing struggle and having the right attitude and giving and receiving, but also giving, and to hear you say that again, it's awesome to hear that mission accomplished, but it's so much more important, Mike. We need to keep spreading this to everyone because I don't think everyone's got that message yet.
Well, I'll do my part. I'll make you that promise right now. When the news comes out about Fight Night, series, I think there's two trains of thought. Wow, Gilbert Melendez, Scott Coker, that's awesome. And then for like the younger generation of fighters, it's, oh my God, there's a new opportunity. So when you could have just kind of, as other fighters do, just maybe stick to the gym, stick to who you coach and who you train, and just maybe kind of fall back behind the scenes, you and Scott Coker collaborated together and said, no, let's grow a new opportunity. Given your history, given Scott Coker's history, both of histories are legendary. How did this all come together?
Well, I think there was just generally a need. You know, the ecosystem of Bay Area mixed martial arts is dying. The cost of living is extraordinary out here. People are like, you know what? There's no opportunity. I'm just going to get a full-time job. There's no shows here. They don't pay, there's no opportunity. I'm developing fighters and I'm like, man, there's not enough shows for them. So I was like, man, I need to do a show. And then the word on the street was Scott was trying to come back and he felt the same feelings I had. And we both had the same issue with Bay Area martial arts. We love it. We love it to death. And we saw a dying ecosystem. And it was important for this to continue. We needed to create an ecosystem and feed it, And so we got together. And of course, with Scott Coker producing it, my drive, I have a lot of hats in the sport. I've commentated. I've been a coach. I'm an analyst. I'm a fighter. I know the business as well. I'm a white belt in promoting, but I have background experience and just getting together with Scott and just having the same mission. And that's bring Bay Area mixed martial arts back to life and give more opportunity so these great athletes can pursue their journeys, right? Some of these guys are so much potential and they have to pivot because it's not what they can calculate at that time in their life. And it's a shame. It's a shame how many great guys had to go a different direction.
What are you most excited about for December 14th?
Man, what I'm most excited about for December 14th is getting everyone together, right? Like it's kind of putting it all on the line, right? Like I'm a promoter. I'm stepping aside as a coach. My fighters are going to fight. I have 3 fighters, but there's multiple amazing Bay Area gyms. Rudy Ott has Smash Fighter. Rudy Ott is a Kung Lee descendant. The Saint Shao, of course, they've evolved into an MMA gym. AKA has a presence with the young lady Yanette. She'll be fighting on there. Alpha Male has presence with Hussein, an Afghani refugee. Local Dave Terrell, Santa Rosa's Joaquin Lopez is fighting. Daniel Compton in the main event. Bobby Soronio, the third, is they have their own gym, a Triumph in Napa area over there, and they have that Hawaiian Kempo, and this kid's a star. And he's fighting Carlos Muerta, a tough Brazilian. But what I'm excited about is all these badass MMA gyms coming together, and we're kind of like challenging each other. And we're rolling the dice, and we're putting our A guys against our A guys, and the O's are going to go. And it's kind of just laying it all on the line, but it's a perfect platform to take that risk. And we all know in order to grow, we have to take these risks, right? I got my 2 undefeated. I have an undefeated amateur and a number 1 ranked 205 pounder. They're making their pro debuts, and they may lose. They're fighting tough guys, right? They're fighting very tough guys, and there's just a lot on the line, and that's why it's going to be exciting.
And like I said, FightNightSanJose.com for tickets and all information for this weekend's event on December 14th. Gilbert, when you look at your career, your wife, the Skrap Pack, now Fight Night, what are you most proud of in all that you've done?
Wow, man, that's so hard to put into words. I mean, there's moments that meant a lot to me because it taught a lot about what I'm capable of. First moment was I made it to Pride Grand Prix, and I was fighting Kawajiri, who was ranked number 2 in the world at that time, and he dropped me at the beginning 2 minutes, and I've never been dropped like that. And it was just a moment in my life where I was like on the bad end, and it was one of those things. It's cliche, but they always talk an analogy. But literally, I got dropped, and did I get back up? Did I stay down there? Did I just stay on bottom? And I made the decision to get up and to turn it around and come back from a losing fight. Because at that moment, I felt in my career I was dominating everyone, and it was to overcome adversity. My second was coming back against Josh Thompson the second time after he beat me. I did a lot of soul searching and reinvented myself, and to coming back and getting that win was huge. But I tell everyone in my gym, I said, what I'm most proud of is the community I built through martial arts and this ecosystem I've created for my people. and it continues to grow, and it's important to expand for those reasons. So that's ultimately what I'm most proud of.
Which is exactly why I asked the question. I have had a lot of favoritism towards Scott Coker because when he was with Bellator and the team over there gave me my first opportunities at covering the sport of mixed martial arts. I know you're now providing that same opportunity in a different avenue for fighters. But Jessica Rose Clark and you have both talked about the Bay Area and just giving opportunity. And that's something before I got you out of here, I wanted to kind of hit the nail on the head with this because whether it be a fighter who may want to get in their first fight or somebody who feels like there is no avenue for them or they can't find a fight. We know if you're not at the top of the top, we know how hard it is to find a fight. What do you want fighters and coaches to know about Fight Night?
Well, I want them to know Fight Night is going to be the premier Bay Area organization. It's a place where you're going to be challenged. You're going to be challenged. You're going to grow, but you're also going to join a community, right? You come with respect. You fight with courage. You bring your friends and family. You conduct yourself well. We approach this as real martial artists. We're really trying to bring class back to mixed martial arts. Of course, fighting is fighting. Fights will happen. Fighting is fighting. But do you shake hands after the dispute? There might even be a fight sometime in the stands, but do you shake hands afterwards? Are you mad and you're crazy, right? Like human beings are human beings, but we're trying to bring class back to the sport. Not that it's gone or not that no one's not, but we want to come. We just want to be extra classy out there and bring the martial arts attitude back to it. And we want all these people involved and we want to grow. We want to grow with everybody.
What should we expect in the future for the promotion?
Wow, that's a good question. Expect more. Expect more. Just expect more. That's all I can say right now, but just expect more and expect a commitment to growing Bay Area martial arts and martial arts in general.
Well, I only asked because, when the first event happened, I was super excited and happy for all involved. And I was like, damn, I missed the boat. Like I could have started and helping out with coverage, even from afar because I'm not in the Bay Area. But, you have my word moving forward. Whenever you guys are putting on an event, this platform is wide open. I will do whatever I can to give back because I want to kind of end on a great note with you. I do think maybe the authenticity of mixed martial arts has not gone, but there's been an overpowering of characters trying to come in and take the sport over and kind of take away from what the martial arts are. So working with Fight Night or working with yourself and having the word spread about Fight Night is something that now is very meaningful to me because just in talking to you, just the way that I've always had wanted to talk to you through your career to now finally having the chance to talk to you, it's just pure authenticity. And that's what I've always respected about you and now even more so about what you're doing. So definitely, I want more Fight Night because I definitely want to help in any way I can.
Mike, I appreciate that, man. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this conversation as well. It's great to have that synergy out there. And trust me, man, next Fight Night, you got a seat right there at press row with everybody, man. So come on down and we'd love to have you.
FightNightSanJose.com for all information. December 14th in San Jose, California. Gilbert Melendez, thank you so much. Wishing you guys all the best. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about it. And hopefully we'll catch up before the next event.
You got it, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.